The biggest crane collapses to date was when China's Sany SRC-860, a huge 74-meter tall tower crane, toppled in Ningbo, Zhejiang Province, on Sunday, June 23, 2013. No one was killed in the incident, but it did cause extensive damage to several buildings in the area. The 860 model tower crane was one of the biggest of its kind in the world at the time of its collapse. It was the costliest crane to have ever collapsed, with the estimated repair costs estimated at nearly $500,000. The crane from the Chinese vendor Sany Group had been erected in March 2013 and was operated by a local crane operator. According to reports, the crane was subject to an unexpected wind gust during peak load operation that caused it to topple over. It is believed that the crane's hoisting winch had been functioning at maximum load for several days leading up to its collapse, as the machine's brakes had been worn down by the extended operations, leading to a lack of stability during the wind gust. After the accident, the Chinese government conducted an investigation to determine the exact cause of the incident, as well as to develop regulations to ensure that similar incidents do not happen in the future. In the immediate aftermath, the Chinese government imposed strict controls on the use of similar tower cranes. The new regulations included enhanced maintenance policies, mandatory wind speed warnings, and the regular testing of the safety systems of any tower crane over 50 meters in height. In addition, the Sany brand itself was subject to further scrutiny, and the production of the Sany SRC-860 crane was eventually halted. The accident also had an impact on the international tower crane industry, with an increased emphasis on safety protocols in the wake of the collapse. The importance of regular safety checks on all types of tower crane has been highlighted, with crane operators and manufacturers urged to take all necessary steps to ensure safety is maintained. The Sany SRC-860 crane collapse is the most significant crane accident yet, but not the only one in recent years. In January 2019, a 47-meter crane toppled onto a residential woman, killing her at a Chinese construction site. In the U.S., a crane collapse in Seattle, Washington in 2019 left 4 people dead and 3 others injured after it collapsed into a building. In reaction to these incidents, Chinese authorities are pushing for even stricter regulations regarding crane safety, with an emphasis on safety procedures for cranes with over 50-meter heights. In terms of cost, the Sany SRC-860 crane collapse is still regarded as the most costly accident of its kind. In the immediate aftermath of the accident, the Chinese government outlined an economic aid package to help cover the estimated construction costs, which would reach into the millions. While the exact costs of the accident are still not known, it is estimated that the damage to the buildings and surrounding area was significant. The Sany SRC-860 crane collapse is an example of how safety measures should be taken seriously in the construction industry. It is important for crane operators to ensure that all safety protocols are adhered to and that the safety systems are regularly checked to mitigate the risk of dangerous accidents. The crane collapse should also raise awareness of the risks associated with building high-rise buildings with large cranes. In the wake of the collapse, Experts have recommended that safety margins should be increased and wind speed warnings should be implemented to reduce the potential for accidents. The collapse has also highlighted the need for increased training for crane operators, who should receive regular instruction on the proper operation of cranes in addition to regular safety training.